Hello everybody, today inshallah we are going to study Unit 5, page 61. It's about vocabulary and grammar. Here on page 61, vocabulary, collocations, adjectives plus nouns. Match the adjectives 1-8 with the nouns AH. يعني وصل الcolumn 1 with column 2. I say common what? Yes, common F, common sense. Common sense. Mental, yes, G, mental power. قدرة ذهنية. Strong, yes, strong influence. تأثير قوي. Vivid, خيال واسع اسمه vivid. Imagination. Lasting, yes, lasting. Impression, lasting impression, انطباع دائم. Stimulating, بيئة محفزة. Stimulating environment. Wide range, معدل كبير أو معدل واسع. Burning, yes, burning desire, اللي هي رغبة طبعا قوية. Use أو complete the sentences with collocations from the previous exercise. كمل من التمرين اللي فات. My first teacher made ترك انطباع كبير أو علي on me. Lasting impression اللي هي انطباع قوي أو انطباع أزلي. Our facilities تجهيزاتنا. Offer كده of activities طبعا. Offer a wide range قدر كبير من الأنشطة from hiking to swimming with sharks. Mustafa has كده to succeed as a writer. Mustafa has a burning desire, عنده رغبة قوية أوي إنه ينجح as a writer. Many people believe that certain colors can create كده in a room. Create, yes, a stimulating environment. اللي هي بيئة محفزة in a room. Some years ago, people used to rely on IQ tests. بيعتمدوا على اختبار القدرات to estimate their عشان يقدروا their yes, mental power, قدراتهم الذهنية. Teachers usually have كده on their students لهم تأثير قوي طبعا على طلابهم. strong influence, تأثير قوي. Dalen has such كده that sometimes I wonder where he gets his ideas from. خيال واسع طبعا. has a vivid imagination, خيال واسع. It's only that you don't leave the lights. طبعا it's only common sense زي ما بتقول كده بالفطرة. طبعا you don't leave انك ما تسيب اللايتس on شغال الانوار طول الليل while you are not at home. Okay. Go to the second grammar, القاعدة الثانية اللي عندك. It's about reported questions. The previous rule, القاعدة السابقة اللي هو الجرامر السابق, we talked about اتكلمنا عن reported speech in statements في الجمل العادية. لكن هنا if you have a question, لو عندك سؤال, يعني when I say مثلا for example where did he go yesterday, وين راح أمس. He asked me, سألني, where I had gone the previous day or the day before. Again, he asked me where I had gone the previous day, okay, or the day before. هنا عندك لما يكون عندي سؤال, لما يجي لي سؤال, شوف كده, how did Leonardo da Vinci enrich himself to develop greater intelligence. هنا this is a question, ده سؤال قدامك اهو. To report that question عشان تحول الغير مباشر أو تنقل الكلام. The interviewer asked, سأل. عندي how هنا بحط how. طب لو ما في أداة استفهام بعمل إيه؟ لو ما في أداة استفهام بحط يا if يا whether. يعني نفترض مثلا إن how دي ممسوحة, ما في عندي how أصلا, بشيل did وأحط if أو whether. طيب وبعدين أشيل did وأقول ليوناردو دافنشي enrich himself, أشيل did وأقول had enriched. يعني ما بيجي لي did بشيلها وأحط الماضي تام مكان enriched يبقى had enriched. وكمل عادي خالص. يبقى هنا the interviewer asked how Leonardo da Vinci had enriched himself. كمل الباقي. شوف الكويستشن الثاني عندك. did Einstein's genius show itself هل أظهرت عبقرية أينشتاين طبعا in early childhood. The interviewer asked. شوف عندي دي ده هشيلها واحط يا اما if يا اما whether. بعدين Einstein's genius show احط منها ماضي تام تبقى had shown لان كان عندي دي شيلتها اصلا بدل show تبقى had shown itself in early childhood. اوكي يبقى reported speech يا اما الرابط عندي بحط طبعا الفعل القول عندي reported question الفعل القول عندي يا اما ask يا اما wonder يا اما want to know. he asked me او he wondered تساءل او he want to know اراد ان يعرف. الرابط عندك يا اما if الرابط مكان الاقواس دي يبقى فيه رابط يا اما if يا whether يا اما لا استفهام زي كده. شوف why did you go to the doctor. he asked me اهي سألني عندي بشيل القوس اللي هي الكوتيشن ماركس دي واحط واي لانها موجوده. طب لو ما في واي بشيل ايه did واحط if او whether. يبقى he asked me why you تبقى هي زي ما خدناها المره اللي فاتت why I بس بدل ما اقول go اقول had gone. ليش قلت had gone؟ لان الباست سمبل الماضي البسيط اللي هو did you go احولها الى ماضي تام تبقى had gone. يبقى he asked me why I had gone يبقى شيل did واحط من go had gone to the teacher. طب شوف السؤال الثاني where are you going وين رايح. he asked me where اهي where اللي هي أداة الاستفهام where you تبقى يبقى where I بس am و is و are خدناه المرة اللي فاتت يبقى where I was going واحطه في الستوب ما احطش علامة استفهام طبعا. did you enjoy the presentation. he asked يلا he asked me. طب هنا ما في أداة استفهام ما في what ولا where ولا when ولا why يبقى he asked me if أو whether you الأول تبقى I يبقى if I أو whether I واشيل did وأقول had enjoyed. ماشي كده دايما عود نفسك did بتشال وأحط مكانها ماضي تام من enjoy يبقى had enjoyed the presentation. Okay. Here what time look at exercise C. What time is the ferry expected to arrive from Malta. يبقى Hug asked أهو Hug asked what time بحطها بس the ferry is the ferry تبقى the ferry was expected to arrive from. أنا ما سويت شيء غير إن the ferry بقت is the ferry but the ferry was أو the ferry was. Next number 2 when did you visit the States. Terry asked Bill. Terry asked Bill when. Okay he طبعا you تحول he اللي بتكلم عن Bill يبقى Terry asked Bill when he had visited the States. Terry asked Bill when he. Okay when he وشيل did واحط بدل visit تبقى had visited. Can you tell the twins apart. Tina asked me هنا Tina asked me if أو whether الرابط احط if أو whether لأن ما في أداة استفهام عندي. if I لأن سؤال موجه لي يبقى you ما حولهاش لهي زي اللي فاتت لكن هنا I تحول إلى I you تحول إلى I يبقى Tina asked me if I could tell the شوف كده if أو whether I could tell the twins apart. طبعا twins اللي هو التوأم. Why are you going to buy another pair of jeans. ليش هتشتري another pair of jeans ثاني. Peter asked Bill يبقى Peter asked Bill why he يبقى you هحولها إلى he لأن بتكلم سؤال موجه لبيل يبقى أقول هنا Peter asked Bill why he was going to buy. شوف كده why he was يبقى هنا are حولتها إلى was لأن هي تاخد was. احنا قلنا أصلا سابقا am أو is أو are تحول ل was أو were. Okay وكمل عادي why he was going to buy another pair of jeans. Do you remember the name of the restaurant where Andy works. asked George. George asked if. ليش if لأن ما في أداة استفهام مش علامة استفهام أداة استفهام what أو where أو when ما في question word ما في. So George asked if I remembered. شوف كده if أو whether اهي ويو تحول إلى I وريمبر اجيب مكان البريزنت المضارع احوله الى باست الماضي يعني التصريف الاول يحول تصريف ثاني يبقى دوش ثالثها وحطيت مكانها remembered وكمل عادي خالص where and worked هنا البريزنت برضه المضارع حولته الى باست ماضي. Why are you reading an old newspaper. Clara asked Gemma. Clara asked Gemma why. الاستفهام موجودة. Clara asked Gemma why are you تبقى she was لأن بتكلم على شيء. نشوف كده why she was reading an old newspaper. Who gave you impression من اعطاك impression الإذن to use my computer. Mr. Jackson asked Michael. Mr. Jackson asked Michael who had given him ثاني هو حطيتها gave past أحولها إلى ماضي تام تبقى had given. you هنا مش ضمير فاعل لكنها ضمير مفعول. who had given him من اللي أعطاه permission to use his computer. شوف كده Mr. Jackson asked Michael who had given him permission to use his computer أحسن أو to use Mr. Jackson's computer. okay حولت gave إلى had given. حولت you هنا ضمير مفعول إلى him لأن سأله ماشي كده. who had given him من أعطاه permission to use Mr. Jackson's computer or to use his computer. Will I ever be rich? David wondered if okay he would ever be rich. شوف كده if a weather طبعا if a weather دي مش معناها الجو لا السبيلنج مختلف لكنها نفس النطق أي طبعا لكن if a weather هل he وwill تحول إلى would ever be rich وحط فول ستوب في الآخر. okay that is reported speech. ده السؤال غير مباشر أو reported question اللي هو السؤال غير مباشر. okay if you go to page لو رحت للصفحة اللي بعديها you will see كده teaching kids. Here in this exercise you are going to read the text and complete the blanks with the correct form of the words in capital. Teaching kids to be happy. This is an exciting شوف كده exciting new experiment taking place in British schools. Children are being taught how to be happy. The well-being classes will provide students with critical life skills اللي ايش الحياة المليئة بالنقد يعني and enable them to cope with future problems يواكبوا طبعا مشاكل المستقبل. In a recent survey في استطلاع حديث focusing on life ايش بيركز على life what شوف كده satisfaction اللي هو الرضا بالحياة. British children scored the lowest out of 21 other countries. In addition أيضا research has shown أظهر البحث that the number of children in the UK with emotional problems اللي هي مشاكل عاطفية has increased dramatically in the last 25 years. As a result نتيجة كده the government is trying to introduce تقدم the study of دراسة ايش happy تبقى happiness اللي هي السعادة طبعا in state schools في المدارس. The classes will initially be taught to 4,000 pupils in the UK ages ranging from 11 to 16 over the next 3 years. The idea of being taught إن فكرة أن تتعلم how to deal with our feelings تعامل مع مشاعرنا sounds هذا يبدو very helpful. However some academics have criticized انتقد بعض الأكاديميين these classes as they believe they make children focus too much on themselves يركزوا أكثر على أنفسهم and how they feel and this could lead to وهذا يؤدي إلى الاكتئاب اللي هو depression. Although the results of this experiment بالرغم أن نتائج هذه الإكسبيرمنت تجربة are yet to be seen children can benefit from يستفيدوا من guidance اللي هي الإرشاد هذا on how to cope with the difficulties إزاي يواكبوا مثل هذه المصاعب they may face in later life. Nonetheless إلا أن the importance of أهمية of teaching students how to think for themselves shouldn't be overlooked ينبغي طبعا أن هي لا يتغاضى عنها. Students should be told ينبغي يعلموا how to focus on living a life full of يحيوا حياة مليئة بالخير goodness rather than searching for ways to be happy. Okay, that's exercise A, page 63, and that's enough today. See you next time. Thanks for you.